Union Pacific, Norfolk Southern. Two railroads that recently discussed joining forces, or at least Union Pacific taking control of NS. On paper to the railroads, and certainly not for us, this merger doesn't sound like too bad of an idea. But for us rail fans and many other organizations, it sucks. So I start by covering the obvious reasons for why to us rail fans this merger sucks. I've said sucks like 3 times. As you know, NS probably has the best heritage units out of all 6 Class 1 railroads, with UP coming in second place, in my opinion, because I really like their CNW and their MOPAC. So with this idea, we risk losing all their heritage units, because, knowing Union Pacific, they'd probably just paint them over. I mean, they might keep them, but they'd probably get painted over, honestly. And then the Union Pacific would probably make a Norfolk Southern heritage unit. That would be so weird to see. And not just the heritage units, too. We risk losing the Sonic Bonnets, the Red and Blue Maids, and, oh god, not the High Hoods. Because knowing Union Pacific, they would likely either chop the noses of the High Hoods or just outright gut them up for scrap. If UP took over, places like Altoona, Horseshoe Curve, Decatur Yard, and Inman Yard would all be under control of Union Pacific. And, no more High Hoods, no more cool NS trains, no more cool OCS trains on the Horseshoe Curve. We'd probably just be GEVOs. So we got the problems covered that the railroads probably don't care about. Well, what about the problems that the railroads probably do care about? There are many problems that actually matter, like to the other railroads. First is the fact that there would be fewer choices for shippers that ship stuff by rail. And there's also a problem of less flexible transport service. It's basically the largest of the bunch, and it basically means there's going to be less routes and there's going to be less interchanges, because this would be a Class 1 that stretches from coast to coast, so that would be huge. And there's even a possibility of a domino effect. If the merger successfully goes through, BNSF might go after CSX, and then we're only left with 2 giant Class 1 railroads in the US, which wouldn't be good. A railroad this big would have constant control of over 51,000 miles of track. That is insane for a US railroad. Also, in 2001, the Surface Transportation Board, STB, created strict rules that a merger must enhance competition and serve the public interest, which basically means the merger must benefit shippers and railway workers and the economy. This one doesn't seem to be doing any of those. With a railroad this big, the other Class 1s would have a really hard time competing with this monster of a Class 1. And it would probably increase shipping costs, too. Smaller towns might also face a decrease in rail service, too. The Union Pacific and Southern Pacific merger in '96 actually caused a lot of delays. It's actually kind of insane that merger was approved. The Norfolk Southern and UP merger could also cause a lot of layoffs on workers, which of course means a lot of job losses. So, yeah. Now, what about the few reasons why this merger might not suck that bad? If it does end up going through, it'll definitely eliminate handoffs between NS and Union Pacific, because they can just go right through. Places like Chicago that are often jammed with traffic, that would solve some of that. The merger might also reduce fuel and make coast-to-coast shipping faster. Oh, and there is one more problem that is arguably the most important one. I considered getting a job on NS when I'm older. How could I get a job on NS if there's no NS? It won't happen. But in reality, there's just so many unchecked boxes on this merger that don't even allow it to happen right now. It's not really known if it's going to happen. We don't know. It was only announced a few days ago. Personally, I hope it doesn't, because I want to keep our Horsehead Railroad. We can't let that go away. Ultimately, it's up to the STB and other people if it'll happen. All we can do is fight against it, or not, to those who might want the merger for some reason. I don't get it. Anyways, thank you everyone for watching this video. It wasn't meant to be long, just to spread the word on this genuine mistake. But I hope you enjoy it regardless. I might make a part 2 if I get more information about it, but right now, I got nothing. So, yeah. See you in the next one.